Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson 10.
Native 454.
Be sure to follow us over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. If you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. We do a lot of cartoon reviews, talk about a lot of animations. I love all kinds of animation. I've been, ever since I was a little kid watching cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, I've always loved animation. And it's been up and down.
Yeah.
There has never been a better time for animation or a worse time for animation than today.
You know what I feel like? I feel like there's a lot more easier ways to cop out and not do a good job just because you could do...
Yeah, you can focus on politics.
Yes.
You can focus on gender politics, identity politics, all those things, racial politics, and that can be the cover for your show. Or you can... And on the other side, there's things like through Kickstarter and through crowdfunding, or just putting your stuff work out there, like on a YouTube channel where you can get your work out there. So it's a good time and it's the worst time because you can be branded, problematic, and everything you've worked for can be destroyed in a second just because 4 or 5 people on the internet said that was wrong.
Or they find out your beliefs.
Yeah,
and you're just done.
Or whoever you voted for, somehow that reflects on the work you did, which is completely separate. Mm-hmm. But some people can't separate the two. But all this is leading into an article from CBR, garbage tier, don't ever go there. I'll have an archive link so you don't have to be bombarded with all those freaking nonstop pop-up ads. It will crash your phone. But Cartoon Fandom has a Puritan problem. And this article is, I want to say, like, it's backwards in certain issues, and then it blames people for doing things that they do. Mm-hmm. But as long as it's against something that they believe in, then it's a Puritan problem. But they're the same people that say women can't have figures, girls can't have cleavage or boobs. So you're the Puritan.
There can't be any positive male role models.
Yeah, there can't be especially if the character is a white person.
Yeah,
they're horrible. Look at Kyle in the She-Ra reboot. They literally, I can't remember exactly where I read this or who said it. It might have been Noel or one of the creators. Oh, Kyle's like this because he would be the hero in another show, but not in this one. So that's why he gets dumped on, and he's always awful because he's that blonde-haired white boy. So we get to treat him like garbage.
And that's sad.
That's terrible.
That's terrible. Why even make a character like that?
So they can...
I don't know. So they can live out their fantasy of, this is what he deserves.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
We're going to read this article and stop every so often and comment on it, but... Cartoon Fandom has a Puritan problem by Ruben Barron. Over the past few weeks, fans of the new Disney Channel animated series Amphibia, which I really like. I'm 10 episodes in. I will finish that series, but I really like it. It's really funny. Has harassed the show's creative staff with storyboard artist Hannah, I cannot say this last person's last name, but it's up on screen, accused of supporting child abuse. Those who have defended her have also been labeled as supporting the same. Why? Because she drew Grimm, a toad of indeterminate age. It's a man. Don't play that angle.
Yeah.
And Sasha, a 13-year-old girl, is having them blushing. I'm gonna have the picture up. I don't really see a problem with this. No. He's like embarrassed, not like, oh, I'm blushing because I'm in love with you. It's like, okay, I'm carrying this girl who's not. I've never seen a creature like this, so it's kind of, it feels weird.
Yeah.
It's not a sexual thing.
I think it's not. I think it's more of an awkward thing because when you're at like a toad, like he is. Most likely there's ways of holding toads where you're not like touching certain areas, and I feel like he doesn't know anything with humans. He's like, I don't know if this is weird or not.
I haven't finished the series, so I don't know what kind of, because the only time we've seen these two, for me personally, because in the end of the first episode or second episode, she was like in the dungeon.
Yes. And
don't say indeterminate age. It's a man. Don't play that angle. There's nothing wrong with this. I see absolutely nothing wrong with this.
No,
if he would have been like, really close to her face and like, okay, then it gets a little weird.
Yeah, exactly. I just feel like he doesn't know how he should hold her.
Yeah, how to interact with a human, because there are no humans in this world.
Exactly.
So I don't see an issue with that.
No.
So I don't, whatever.
Because also, if you notice too, she's not like freaking out either. I'm pretty sure if he was doing something inappropriate, she would be like,
her
whoa.
face would be different. I don't see.
Like, whoa, what's going on? She's more like, why are you acting weird? He's like, I probably think, like I said, I never interact with humans. I don't know how to hold you, what to do, like nothing.
So continuing on, this is the drawing which I've shown on screen that some have called pornographic. What? Okay, that's off the deep end.
Yeah.
Which it isn't by any stretch of the imagination. I agree. As for Grimm's age, whatever, I cannot say this person's last name, has stated she interpreted the character as a teenager who was simply ugly and deep voiced by virtue of being a toad. It's a man.
It's
not a teenager. They'd be like, oh, Hot Pop is really only 20.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine him and Hot Pop's a little bit older because he's like a grandpa. But this guy is not.
Yeah, and just look at his face. He looks older. He looks like a man.
He's a man, but there shouldn't be an issue because there's nothing going on here.
No.
Other than interpreting Grimm as an adult, in which the case is understandable, they would be uncomfortable with the art implying romantic feelings between him and the teenager. I see no romantic feelings here. No. That's just someone picked me up. Whoa. If he was like, and he's holding her like how you would hold someone if you were going to pick them up.
Exactly.
Like if she hurt her ankle or something and you're helping her up and you have to carry her somewhere. It's not like he has her hand all on her butt or anything. He's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no like not to be
there's no perviness here
in Japanese
animation. Like in an anime you would see something
like that where maybe his tongue would be like kind of like he's like enjoying,
like in what's that new one, the Fire Brigade, like he's always grabbing that girl's boobs and her butt and everything.
Yeah, and he kind of has like a nasty look on his face. Like he knows what he's doing.
Pervert.
This one, it feels like I'm picking you up.
Sorry, I don't know how to hold you. That's and he's embarrassed.
Because like you said, if it was a toad or another frog, he would know how to hold them without like gripping. Yeah. So,
but then it continues on between him and a teenager. It's absolutely clear that that's not the intention. Nevertheless, her name and her friends in the animation industry had been smeared as pedophile apologists. See, that's just silly. The Amphibia drama is emblematic of the troubling trend among some segments of animation fandom. Call-out culture towards both the animators and other fans is being taken to unreasonable extremes. I agree with that. Mm-hmm. The language of real concerns ranging from representation issues to actual sexual misconduct getting weaponized for an agenda that can be described as puritanical, like being Puritan. Everything must be clean. Mm-hmm. These people demand animators keep their online presence to be G-rated as the kids shows in which they work. Here, this is the thing. They're artists, and they make all kinds of art.
Yes.
I know. That's the thing. You shouldn't be able to since you're working on a Disney Channel show, you have to be squeaky clean. That all depends between them and Disney.
Yes.
If there's some type of agreement they have to agree to, but outside of that, they shouldn't be forced to do it, I don't think.
Yeah, this is where it gets in the sticky situation of how they want to keep their brand. Because let's say you have a Instagram account where you draw more adult things.
Yeah.
So now you're kind of draw this thing where no, you work for Disney. We want you to look like this. So, but again, that's something you work out with the company.
With Disney.
Yeah.
And if Disney has a weird set of standards you don't agree with, guess what? Don't work for Disney.
Don't work for Disney.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Also, you can also, I know it sounds horrible. You can always keep that things private. Wait till you're not working with Disney and you can just upload them all to your Instagram. Like, hey, this is what I was working with for the past couple of years. If you guys want to see it and you like it, then go for it.
They they start going into other shows. So okay. I don't believe that Amphibia thing was anything. There's nothing there. If she was sitting in his lap and it was getting
exactly, she was blushing and kind of laughing. Then it's
so it's more like, oh, you just picked me up.
Yeah, you just picked me up. Yeah.
What? People are weird. See, and they don't quote anyone who quote unquote was outraged by it.
Was there even outrage?
I see. That's another thing that sometimes you make up the outrage.
So people will check out Amphibia. I don't know.
The backlash over She-Ra's redesign is why girls can't have nice things.
Oh wow, no.
Check out all of my She-Ra reviews and the people always say, well, you hate the show so much. We went over an hour long, if you add up all the parts on what we wanted to see in season 3. If we truly hated everything about it, there's no way we could go on for an hour.
Yes, yeah.
Because there is underneath all the crap, there's an okay story there. That could be amazing. They just never take the time to do it.
Yeah.
But it's there. So why we can't have nice things? Go F yourself. A Medium article published by Brazzy Day entitled "Kids TV as a Porn Problem" has been circulating social media. I have not seen that article. It's an incredibly frustrating article that makes a few justified points and follows up with a ton of absurd false equivalencies that when a bad take enjoys as wide as a reach as one has, it's been deconstructed. So I guess they're just going to go after that article. Again, I haven't read that article. First off, let's acknowledge that Brazzy Days gets right. There are actual creeps within the anime industry and fandom. I like how he plugs that in with fandom. All the entertainment industry as a whole is a pretty disgusting place.
Very weird, out there kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's people who've been, talking about what certain people do to get certain stories made, why certain people have made head writers, why certain people get projects. You know, I'm not saying it's who you know and who you a word that rhymes with no. That's just entertainment.
Yep.
And it's sad, and that's why I like these the indie people who go through Kickstarter, because they do it themselves.
Yeah, and there's no connection with that weirdness. And it's sad that it's infested itself for a long time in animation, and I don't know what the people are going to do to actually fix that.
And they throw fandom in there.
Well,
that's like saying, oh, Hollywood and the people who watch movies. No, those are two different things.
I know. It's like, oh yeah, the people that make it and the consumer.
Oh yeah, they're the bad people too. No, they talk about these two things separately, but of course they got to lump them together. So when they say something bad, oh, we were talking about the fandom.
Yeah, exactly.
Many of the Newgrounds animators mentioned in this article make undeniably offensive material, and Shademan's case, such material actively abusive towards real people, and the Brony fandom is the most notable, but certainly not the only example of fandom which individuals failed to keep raunchy fan art away from all age spaces. Well, here's the thing. You can draw and create whatever you want. You want to draw adult versions of any show, that's your business.
Yes.
Put it in 18 plus area, and that's what I don't care.
Yeah, that's your little niche thing you want to have on the internet. Go ahead, do it. Just
you go to like they brought up My Little Pony. You draw adult My Little Pony art. Whatever. You're not dude.
Yeah.
But if you post that like in the regular sections where kids can see it, okay, you're a bad person.
Yeah, you're not doing
But if you run an 18 plus board or a Discord server where you put 18 only, do whatever you want.
You're weird, but whatever.
Yeah, see, that has nothing to do with the other stuff in the industry. Not all animation fandom spaces, however, are all age spaces. Proper age and content warnings are provided. Mm-hmm. There's no reason why someone's NC-17 Twilight Sparkle Pinkie Pie fanfic should be treated the same erroneous moral crime. If you don't like it, you don't have to read it. Yeah, exactly. And if a professional... See, this is where they try to lump that in. Yeah. Oh, yeah, professionals.
Yeah.
The creator of Gravity Falls, Alec Hirschers, and OKKO, Ian Jones, Quarterly finds gross fan works of their shows amusing. It really doesn't matter as long as neither act is inappropriate towards other or puts such a gross content into their shows themselves.
But if you're a creator, right, and let's say you made Dragon Ball Z, if you made something really grotesque and you somehow like it, like, oh, that's really funny, that makes it's bringing back on the show because you're the one that created it.
But here's the thing, I don't know, me personally, if I ever created something and someone made a yaoi fanfic of like my characters, this is just me personally, even if for some reason I really enjoyed it, I just keep it to myself.
Yes.
I'm not going to go in there and like bring it up like because I know that I would have fans of my show that are underage, and if I tweet that out, it's just leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
If you have to like praise it, like you can't help yourself but to praise it, DM that person in a private DM. Hey, I saw your fan work. I thought it was pretty cool. Thanks for being a fan of the show.
Exactly. You don't have to go out there and like it and be weird. I just feel like because
especially OKKO, that's really really aimed at younger kids. So if the creator of that show is like liking yaoi fan art or that kind of stuff, and then a kid follows him on Twitter and sees that, I think that's where you start getting that weird.
It's sad, but like bring back a little professionalism to your craft.
Oh no!
And
are you crazy?
And that's what I think is what's missing with a lot of these animators. Just a little bit of pride and a little bit of standards.
They continue. Justice League action and what happened to a Cartoon Network series. It should be accepted that personal art portfolios and social media accounts are not going to follow the same content standards as daytime Cartoon Network shows. It should not be treated as such a horrible sin for Shane Giles, the character designer for Justice League Action, to draw nude, or should it be for Kal-El Karza, the creator of Mighty Magiswords, which I thought that show was super funny, and Vampire was... she was... it's to see a physically attractive woman be a main character.
Which is rare.
Yeah, because if she would have been made in a show now, she would be completely flat.
Yeah.
But she actually had like a body, which was really nice. And... he's a white guy, so his show disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Mighty Magiswords was super funny.
Yeah. They were brother and sister, weren't they? And they had like 1,000 swords.
And she had like this kind of like very kind of like super cute British accent, even though her brother just had like kind of a surfer dude voice. And it's like, how the hell can they be brother and sister? And she even had like British vernacular. She called flashlights torches. Mm-hmm. Then he's like, so flashlight. He's always like correcting, but for some reason she had like this weird British slang.
And also, I love how they use the classic like medieval battle armor.
Yeah.
Which is funny because everyone makes fun of it. For like women, it's always kind of more like skimpy looking. I thought it was funny they did those kind of references and throw that in there.
I thought it was a fun series, and it just got relegated to online, to Boomerang, and then it's nothing. But anyways, back to the article. to follow adult models on Twitter. Brandy's article acts as if these are directly hurting children. See, that goes back to the previous point. If you have that show that's supposed to be for kids, and those kids follow you on Twitter because, I like that show, I want to follow the creator. Then the creator's liking and retweeting like bikini models. It's your personal space, but at the same time, Cartoon Network and Disney and those other companies need to have a social media policy.
Yes.
And if you don't agree with it, do not sell your show to us.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what to say.
I know it's your character, like what we're looking at, like this show right now, Steven Universe.
Yeah, there's a picture of Steven Universe.
If you want to draw like the ladies like in bikinis, I feel like you shouldn't, because kids are going to follow you. That's one of their favorite characters. That's showing the kids like in this weird version of them that is just, I think, wrong.
Again, me personally, if I ever made a show and I just had to have adult things, versions of my characters, I think I would have to have a separate Twitter, a separate Instagram, a separate thing for that than it was 18 plus.
And also the sad part is it's not that hard to do that. It's not like you have to go through all these hoops and all these things. No, just it's like a pen name. You go under a different name.
It'd still be you, but this would be 18 plus.
Yeah.
So if a kid does follow you on that, well, that's on them.
Yeah.
They lied on their age verification.
If someone does get mad at you, you can say, "Hey, this is for older people. This is how the way I articulate myself and show things." Then that's on them.
Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15 Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.